Now we'll be studying the insert chapter number 9, comparing quantities. See this comparing quantity, the title is and in this chapter there are certain the percentage we are going to learn. We will be learning the ratios and we will be as well learning the proportions. Now first just understand what is ratio is all about. You don't need to by heart the definition of the ratio. You need to understand what ratio is all about. So what it says, the ratio of quantities of the same kind. Yeah, you need to see, this is important. Same kind and in the same unit. Yeah, is a fraction that shows how many times the quantity to how many times the one quantity to another quantity. Let's say let's understand this with the example. Now say Akash's height is 150 centimeter, while Ruma's height is 100 centimeter. So now see, what I am measuring the same kind, that is height of the two student. Yeah, the height of the two humans. Now the unit of measure, you see, both are the centimeters. So what I am saying, same unit. I can't compare height with the weight. If I am comparing weight, it has to be in a kilogram or that sort of a unit of measure. So when you compare two quantity or when you try to find the ratio of two quantities, they have to be in a same unit. So what the ratio is, if I say 150 divided by 100, yeah, so I can say 15 divided by 10, yeah, or I can say 3 by 2. So what I can say in simplified form, Akash's height and Ruma's height are in ratio 3:2. Yeah, this double dot denote is a sign of the ratio. Okay, so now here I am saying the Akash's height and Ruma's height in 3:2 ratios. Now let's understand. See here, if I say if I want to compare, now I am comparing, say marks got scored by two students. Say Anuj scored 80 marks out of 100 and Shilpa scored 60 marks out of 100. So now see, these are what they are. They are marks. What marks of what? Exam out of 100. So here the ratios will be 80:60. So I say 8 by 6. Then I say 4:3. So for every 3 marks scored by Shilpa, Akash scored 4 marks. Yeah, you need to understand that. For every 3 marks scored by Shilpa, Akash scored 4 marks. So that's the I am going to say the ratio will be 4:3. Yeah. Now let's understand this with the another different example. Now say Cadbury we can say Cadbury costs say 200 rupees. Yeah. And now this another chocolate which we can say I give a name H chocolate is called 20 rupees. Yeah. So now I can say, see, if I put the ratio, so it will be 200 divided by 20. So it will be 20 divided by 2, right? So it will be 1, it's a 1 10 as to 1. So my ratio with the Cadbury to that H chocolate is 10 as to 1. Yeah. So now for every one chocolate what I am Cadbury when I buy, I can buy 10 H chocolates. Yeah. So if you give me a money for to buy 2 Cadburys, with the same money I can buy 20 H chocolates. So that's the ratio. Now you have understood. Here see, my both the quantities are in same unit. What? The rupees. Here they are of the same kind. That is, I am comparing chocolates. Now here I am comparing the marks scored, and the unit is out of 100. So I have a ratio. Here I am comparing height, and the unit is centimeter. So you know. So I can find a ratio of the height of the 2 students, marks obtained by 2 students, and then chocolates can be purchased with the rupees. So here the ratio, when we find the ratio, we need to understand it should be same unit and same kind. Now we need to. Now we will be learning equivalent ratios. Now how we find the equivalent? See. Now my one ratio is 1 as to 2 and the other ratio is 3 as to 4. Now are these two ratios are equal? So let's find out. 1 as to 2 is 1 upon 2 and then is equal to or not 3 upon 4. So in fractions we have learned how to compare two fractions, right? So what we will be doing? So we need to find LCM between these two fractions. So LCM between 2 and 4 will be 8. So it will be 1 into 2, 4 into here 4. Then 3 divided by 4 into 2 and I am multiplying into 2. Yeah, you know how to compare the fractions. So now 4 divided by 8 and 6 divided by 8. Now which is the smaller one? This is the smaller one. So 6 divided by 8 is larger than 4 divided by 8. So we can say the equivalent comparison is this one. Now let's compare the other one. Now I have another ratio which is this is 6 divided by 12 and 1 as to 2. Now I put 6 divided by 12 and 1 divided by 2. Yeah. So now what my LCM is? 12 because I can multiply by 12. Yeah. So now 6 divided by 12 and then I say here 1 into 6 and 2 into 6. Yeah. So now 6 divided by 12 equals to 6 divided by 12. So they are equal. Or I could have solved this a little differently. 6 divided by 12 is equal to 6 1s are 6, 6 2s are 12. So that is equal to half. And 1 as to 2 is nothing but a half. So these two ratios are equal. So this way we can check whether two ratios are equivalent or not. Now let's look at the example. Express the ratio 45 as to 108 in simplest form. So how we do it in simplest form is 45 as to 108 can be written as 45 divided by 108. 45 is 9 5 are 45, 9 12 are 108. Yeah, so ultimately 5 divided by 12 is a simplest form of ratio. So it can be written as 5 as to 12 is the simplest form of the ratio 45 as to 108. Then example number 2. Samir and Sanjana take pocket money rupees 600 and rupees 750 respectively. Find the ratio of their pocket money. So how are we going to do? 600 to find the ratio divided by 750. So let's put it away. 60 into 10 divided by 75 into 10. So this 10. Yeah. Now I normally mention again and again that you need to by heart the tables till 30 to solve this kind of calculations quickly. Otherwise, you will kill whole lot of time doing these calculations. So now let's do one thing. To solve this one, what we can do? We need to find the HCF of 75 and 60. Yeah, let's use the binary method. 2 30, 2 15, 5 3s are 3 1s are. Okay. Now 75. Can 75 divided by 2? No. Can it be divided by 3? Yes. 3 25, 5 5 5 1. So now if I put 60 equals to 2 into 2 into 5 into 3 into 3, and then I put 75, that's equal to 3. I put it here 3 and 5 and 5. So we can say this 15 is a 3 into 5. 15 is a HCF of 60 and 75. So I write it here. Now I 15, 3 5s are 15, 3 5s are 15 is my highest common factor. So now I write it 2 2s are 40. So 4 into 15 divided by 5 into 15. So my 15 gone. And here it comes out to be 4 adds to 5. So my ratio of pocket money Samir to Sanjana is 4 adds to 5. So for that, what does that means? When for every 4 rupees what Samir is get, Sanjana is getting 5 rupees. So if I say, for example, I am taking little advance now. Say if I want to increase Samir's pocket money by 4 rupees, how much to maintain the same ratio? How much I will be increase the pocket money of Sanjana's? By 5 rupees. So if I make Samir's pocket money 604 by increasing by 4 rupees, Sanjana's pocket money will be 755. So if I increase by 3 times, then I have to increase it by 3 times. So so the ratio of these two, the pocket money of these two is 4 as to 5. Yeah. Now the next part is a subtopic, you can say, in ratios, keeping things in proportion and getting solution. Now say I am drawing a wall. This is the wall. This is say 10 centimeter and this is 9 centimeter. I am making a copy of the realistic wall. The wall which is actual size of the wall is, I can say, 10,000 centimeter by 9,000 centimeter. Yeah, the actual size of the wall. Now, to sketch this wall on this board, I don't have enough space with me. So what I am doing, I am taking the proportion of it. Yeah. So my proportion, what my proportion is, for I have taken 1 centimeter for every 1000 centimeter. Yeah. The actual size is 9000 centimeter. I am showing that as a 9 centimeter. The actual width is a length is a 10,000 centimeter. I am showing that as a 10 centimeter. Yeah. So this is what I am doing. I am using a fixed proportion to show that in the diagrammatical form. Yeah. I am representing actual wall in a diagrammatical form, and then I have a proportion for every centimeter. For 1000 centimeter, I am showing on the graph on the board is a 1 centimeter. Now this is a place, this is a say Pune, and this is a Mumbai. Yeah. This is roughly a 1, say I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I say put it in 20. So this total here is a Mumbai and here it's a Pune. So now what I am doing, I am showing the distance between Pune and Mumbai, which is how much is the realistic distance is 150 kilometers. Yeah, and this is my total distance is this here is 20 centimeter I am showing. Yeah, so what I am doing, so I am representing 20 centimeter by 150 kilometers. Yeah, so for each kilometer I am using say so proportion is 150 divided by 20. So for each centimeter I am showing 7.5 kilometers. You got it? The ratio is for every centimeter, 1 centimeter is to 7.5 kilometers. So my each piece here is a 7.5 kilometers, but I can't show 150 kilometers on the board. So to put that in proportion, I am showing that in a proportion to get the realistic solution. So I can say that now the distance here is a 20 centimeter, and if I say 1 centimeter is equal to 7.5 kilometers. So here the 20 centimeters, so it comes out to be a 150 kilometers. So this is the way we use the proportion to represent the things diagrammatically, even in the graph. They always have, when you see a graph, they always have this proportion mentioned. You might have seen this, BMW cars and model comes in the toy shops. Those models, if you turn them down, they are mentioned the ratios. Sometimes the ratio of those car models as 1:13. So the size which is given of that size, the 13 times is the real size of the car. If you have a toy car, just it's the battery operator or something, the remote control cars. If you turn them down and if you read there it's a mention in which proportion and the ratio that model is. It might sometimes it's a 10 1:13 or 1:15 or that sort of. So that way the small car and the bigger car, the ratio is 1:13. So for this size, the 13 if you do, you get the real size. See here in this Range Rover, on the downside, this is a model of a Range Rover. It's a Range Rover sports model. Now here if you see, let me bring it little close to you. Here it's mentioned that the scale is 1:38. So the actual car is a 38 times larger than this size. So they mention the scale as to 1:38. Sometimes it is mentioned here 1:13. So that is actually the ratio which we are proportion here we are using. So every one unit, the actual is a 13.8 times bigger. Now this is example 3. A map is given with scale 2 centimeter equals to 1000 kilometers. What is actual distance between the two places in kilometers if the distance in map is 2.5 centimeter? So now, solution. Let's consider distance is equal to x. Yeah. So now when 2 centimeter, it's a 1000 kilometers. So now when 2.5 centimeter, I am saying x kilometers. Yeah. So now we can say 2 divided by 1000 equals to 2.5 divided by x. Now I am going to transpose x from right hand side to right hand side to left hand side. So x here is divide. So here it will be multiplied. And I am going to transpose 1000 from left hand side to right hand side. Since 1000 is divided here, it will be here multiplied. So it will be 2x equals to 2.5 into 1000. Yeah. So now here I'll be transposing now a 2. Since 2 is multiplied on the left hand side, it will be divided on the right hand side. So x equals to 2.5 into 1000 divided by 2. 2 ones are 2, 2 5s are 10. So it will be 500. Yeah. So it comes out to be 25 into 5, 125, 0, 0 and 1 decimal place. So it comes out to be 1250 kilometers. Yeah. You need to learn to this, doing this kind of a calculation. Understanding concept is a one point and doing calculation is another point. Yeah. So here you need to understand the algebraic equation which we learned. When we transpose from the left hand side to right hand side, if it's a multiplied on the left hand side, it becomes a divide on the right hand side. If it's a as addition on the left hand side, it becomes a subtraction on the right hand side. If it's a multiplied on the right hand side, when we transpose it on the left hand side, it becomes a divide. Yeah. So my x comes out to be 1250 kilometers. Now the example 5. 6 bowl cost 90 rupees. We need to find what will be the cost of 10 bowls. Here we have a two way to solve this problem. One is a unitary method which you learned in previous standard, or other one which I used in previous problem as well. So let's stick to one method of solving such problems. Solution. So now what we say, let's consider cost of 10 bowls equal to rupees x. So now we put this as 6. For 6 it's a 90 rupees. For 10, it's a x rupees. Yeah, so we can say x divided by 10 equals to 90 divided by 6. Sorry, 90 divided by 6. There is no hard and fast rule that you have to say 6 divided by 90. Yeah, you can put always x on the left hand side and on the numerator. So x by 10 and 90 by 6. Okay, so now this 10 is divided on the left hand side. When I transpose it onto the right hand side, it will be multiplied. So it will be x equals to 90 divided by 6 into 10. Yeah, so 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9. So here it's a 30. 2 1s are 2, 2 5s are 10. So it will be 30 into 5. That is equals to 150. So the cost of 10 bowls will be 150 rupees. Okay, so if you wanted to do it with the unitary method, you have an option. For the cost of one bowl, how you can find? Cost of one bowl, you will find with the method 90 divided by 6. So it will be 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 30. So it will comes out to be 15. So the cost of one bowl is a 15. So now we need to find the cost of 10 bowls. So we say the cost of 10 equals to 15 into 10. That comes out to be 150. Or the other method, you can say cost of 10 equals to cost of 1, which is 90 divided by 6 into 10. Yeah, so this is for the one bowl. And then you multiply the same one step, you can do that. And that comes out to be 15 6 are 90 into 10. That is equals to 150. But I would suggest we stick to this method because this will be we will be using in rest of the syllabus.